And I'm talking to the people that are hating. You're spending $80 now for a game that you're gonna be playing for a very long time. And then they're gonna give you free DLC, free updates. They're not just going one and done like a lot of single player games do. Rockstar, they invested into this game. They giving you GTA Online, which is gonna have a lot more content, and then they're gonna update it. Yeah, they get monetary gain for it, but you also get entertainment. It's a trade. Throw Rockstar 80, throw Rockstar 100, so they can keep going. You want them to stop? You want GTA 6 to be it? You know I got this GTA 6 tattooed on me, so you know I'm always gonna stand up for Rockstar until they do some crazy stuff. There's a lot of drama going on right now in the gaming sphere with PlayStation going all digital, you know, in GTA 6 having no physical disc in the Ultimate Edition. There's a lot of backlash going on right now. And this is not one of those videos where I'm going to continue adding them to that backlash. I'm going to give you a different perspective, okay? First off, let's talk about the Ultimate Edition situation one more time. For the Ultimate Edition, it's $100, and it kind of feels like the complete version of the game, and the $80, the light version, right? But two things I have to say about this. Let's not forget, up until this month, everybody thought GTA was going to be more than $100. So when they pushed the game down to $80, and you got to keep in mind inflation. Everybody using inflation as an excuse to go up. So you better be glad they did $100 or $80. They could have really ran it up. They didn't, right? And the game costed them over $1 billion. Something I'm starting to notice with gamers, they're cheap. Some people want to pay as little as they can for something that costs as much as it can. They want you to spend more and more money into a game, go bigger and bigger and better, while keeping the price cheaper. That don't make no damn sense. How the world is that going? That don't make sense. If you want the games to continue pushing the threshold, you want the games to keep getting bigger and better, come on now. You can spend $10 more. You want these businesses to stay in business, because they go out of business, you ain't got no games to play. Now what you gonna do? And, you know, there are people that say, you know, it's getting too expensive, You shouldn't be on the game if you can't pay for the game. Yeah, it could be a hobby for people to escape from what they got going on and all this. But, I mean, it gets to a point where, I mean, if you can't pay for this stuff, you don't need to be doing it. You need to be working, grinding, you know, so that you can enjoy the luxury of playing a game. Gaming, all that, that's all a privilege. Literally, like, there's people out there that's really going through some stuff, and you talking about a damn game. So, like, let's take a step back. Let's recalibrate. Now back to the Ultimate Edition. They could have charged way more, right? And the things that they included in the Ultimate Edition technically is all cosmetic, except for that one extra raid, right? Now, something we gotta keep in mind is you've not seen GTA 6 in the sense of you haven't seen the scale of the game. So these things that are locked behind the paywall, they may seem like, what? They all these mod shops, they're behind a paywall, because you're thinking in perspective of what you've seen. You ain't ever seen a game as big as GTA 6. I haven't either. So you don't know how many stores, locations that we able to use. Like that 1, 2, 3 mod shops, it might be 10 other mod shops or 20 other mod shops in that big map that do different things. But we're not thinking about that. We're thinking just like, that's a lot, you know? But Rockstar's done this with GTA 5, Red Dead. They had their special editions. Like with Red Dead, they had a special edition. It had a little extra story piece, right? And you know, with GTA 6 being so much bigger than that, then obviously you're gonna have a lot of people more talking about it. But still, I ain't never bought that special edition for GTA 5 or for Red Dead 2. Nobody talks about that extra stuff, do they? Not really, no. When you think of Red Dead 2, you think of the base game. You don't think about the extra stuff that came with the little special edition. It's gonna be the same thing with GTA 6. Like, yeah, it sounds crazy right now because it's new. Every time something new happens, people backlash. People don't like change, they don't like new things, and that's what's going on in the gaming industry. They're pushing a new thing. They're changing the scope of gaming. When Apple got rid of that dang gone headphone jack, it was an outrage. They was going crazy. Now look at you. You use AirPods or you use wireless headphones. They pushing to a new era. The disc, yes, you can get the disc for cheaper. Yes, that's a secondary market. Yeah, you can get it used, Yeah, but the only reason they even make this decision is because you, the consumer, have chosen to go digital. And to be honest, we all know digital is better. Think about PC. When last time you see about to put a dang on CD in a PC? We don't even have CD readers, bro. There was a time where PC had CD readers and you could put the game, like a physical PC game, into the PC. You don't do that. People don't say that now. Like Steam is all digital. Ain't nobody said nothing about Steam. It's only because the option has been taken away. But you ain't used the option in the first place. There's a reason why they're doing it. It's not just because of money. Yes, they can charge how much they want now because they control the medium. But I mean, they publishing the dang on games. They're publishing the games. If they want to charge the full price for the game that those developers and that whole studio spent their time on working, and they said this game is gonna be this much, and now you trying to get it for cheaper, that's somebody work that you trying to get cheaper for. Like, let's respect their stuff. I mean, not everybody gonna charge $80. Some people might charge $50. Expedition 33, when that came out, it was not a full price game because the developers, the studio chose to charge that price. It's a choice, and whatever price they set, you gotta respect their price. That's how much they think the game costs for what they put in. And mind you, they spend a lot more money than how much you spend. You know, so let's relax. You know, I don't like the idea. It's subscribing to the just hate wave, you know, just they're doing this, they're But at the end of the day, they're trying to push the envelope. They're trying to innovate. And digitally, yeah, you can share your games physically. Oh, here you go again. But nobody does that. You know why? Because it's easier and it's better to game share digitally. If you got a disc and you give it to your friend, guess what? You're not playing the game. If you log into your friend's account on your PlayStation and you download the game from his account, guess what? You're both playing the game. Game sharing digitally is way better than physically. We all know that. It's faster. It's more convenient. I don't think, it sucks that we're not gonna have physical games, but also they told you this 2 years ahead of time. Everything's, we in a digital age. Everything is going digital. Nobody even carry cash like that. Everything, literally, what do we have? We got digital cards. We don't carry cards like that. Everything is going digital. Why are you being surprised? And I'm talking to the people that are doing all this uproar and hating, especially on Rockstar. Like, okay, Sony, yeah, sure. But Sony still, they the first one to do it. They've been pioneers. Other companies, they're scared to do that. But guess what? They not the first. They're not gonna be the only one to do that. Them other companies, I guarantee they probably gonna eventually go to digital too. Why? Because you, the gamer, we, the gamers, have chosen digital. We did it in our actions. And I'll gladly choose digital every time. Yeah, there are some people that like to collect, and it's nice to collect them. But that disc, bro, that disc is outdated. That disc has issues. That disc has maximum, there's only so much you could put on a disc. The disc scratches. The disc have issues. Like, let go the old and let in the new. You gotta cut some stuff off. You gotta drop some stuff that you used to love growing up to get to the new, the better. You know, you got your old games. And all these people there are some people that really like to collect, and I understand that. But there are some people that really don't even got physical games, and you bitching. For what? You don't even play physical games. You only care now because you lost. You took for granted of the physical games. Gamers as a whole ditched physical games. We did that. And now that they're gone, now...
Oh no. Bro. That's fucked up, bro. They trying to take out...
No, you didn't use it. So... Also, on top of that, guess what? We saving materials. You gotta create the plastic. You gotta create the disc. Now we ain't gotta spend money on the disc. We ain't gotta spend resources on the disc, on the plastic. You gotta look at the positive side, okay? Not just like, oh, this is bad, da-da-da. No, you look at the opposite, man. If you look for the negative, you're gonna find the negative. But if you look for the positive, you're also gonna find it, because where there's light, there's also dark. And when there's dark, there's also light. Let Rockstar be. Rockstar, they put a lot of time, a lot of work, a lot of money, a lot of everything into this game. They have the right to charge $100 or $80. This game should be more than $80 or $100. You gotta think about it. This game is gonna last you, me, all of us more than 2 years. $80 for a piece of entertainment that's gonna last longer than 2 years, that's a good deal, right? But let's go be honest. You know, realistically speaking, this game gonna last 10 years, maybe 20. You're spending $80 now for a game that you're gonna be playing for a very long time. And then they're gonna give you free DLC, free updates. They're not just going one and done like a lot of single player games do. Besides like Cyberpunk and Baldur's Gate, they released a game and that's it. Rockstar, they invested into this game. They giving you GTA Online, which is gonna have a lot more content, and then they gonna update it. Yeah, they get monetary gain for it, but you also get entertainment. It's a trade, you know. They might charge you for online, but they probably not. And the DLC that come with it, they're not gonna charge you on that. It's gonna be crazy. They're constantly innovating the game for free. So yeah, like throw Rockstar 80, throw Rockstar 100, so they can keep going. You want them to stop? You want GTA 6 to be it? Like, you gotta think about it. Like, all this complaining, and I'm talking to the people that are hating. Okay, I'm talking to the haters. I'm not talking to the people that understand this. You gotta think about it. Business, you gotta profit so you can keep going. And they just keep burning all the money, they ain't gonna be able to keep going. And guess what? You're out of a game. You're out of a console. What you gonna do now? Look at a wall? Work? Some people don't like to work. So just chill. Like, yeah, there gets to a point where it's like, all right, you scamming, but they're not scamming right now. They might scam later on, but they ain't scamming right now. You know, maybe. Cause at the end of the day, like, even with the PlayStation 5 is not worth $500. It's not worth $600, $700, $800. If you try to build a PC for that same price, you not getting a PS5. You not. So relax. It's the same thing with, you know, just relax, you know. And I know, you know, I got this GTA 6 tattooed on me, so you know I'm always gonna stand up for Rockstar until they do some crazy stuff. But it's on me. Try to be understanding. You gotta be understand, man.
Understand, man.
Now you gotta understand, like, stop just always rejecting the new. That's old people behavior. That's the problem with old heads. They reject the new. They don't like new. They don't like change. Oh, this ain't how it was back in the day. Da, 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 da. Change is how we got to where we are. Change is how we got to diversity. You gotta accept change. Everybody just piling on, just riding the wave to hate. Like I said, it's become cool to hate. It's become cool to be negative. It's become cool to always be pessimistic and cynical. Yeah, cause we've gotten scammed sometimes. Like, there's some games like 2K, Madden, okay, they scamming y'all. Yes, y'all need to say something to them. But like, not everybody trying to do like there's not all just bad in the world. It's miserable people. Like, literally, like, the people that always seem cynical and being negative, you're miserable. But guess what? This is the only life you're gonna live. So you better not be miserable. You better enjoy it. Cause once it's over with, you gone. That's it. So yeah, let's this video. It might not get a lot of views. It may, or I might get a lot of hate. If you in comments talking about something, I'm the reason why they gonna keep doing this. Guess what? I don't give a damn. I'm standing on what the fuck I said. I'm not subscribing to the hate wave. It's so much out there, but I'm not subscribing to it. And here on this channel, we are not subscribing to hate. Okay? Peace.